Hi there, it's Karen here from Turquoise Treasures. Welcome back to my channel. And this week we're doing Roxy's weekly challenge number 15. And the challenge this week, I had to write it down because it's a bit wordy. It's book page, file folder, journal spots. So never made these before, so this could be interesting. So I thought I've got myself surrounded with bits of book page and scraps of paper and all sorts. So I thought just dive in and let's see how we go. So I'm just going to put my timer on. There it goes. Let's see what happens. So start with these. This is just a little book. It's quite a nice size because they're not too big, these pages, so they'll make a nice they'll either make a pocket or a I guess it could be a page in a small journal. I'm not sure how I'm going to use them yet, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm just going to crack on and see what I can make. So what I did to prepare a little bit for this is I took a leaf out of Rachel's book. If you've watched her video, you'll see that she actually, or any of her videos, you'll see she did a masterboard with a load of neutral papers and then scanned them and used them to in her file folders. So I thought, well, if Rachel can do it, so can I. And we did a masterboard a few weeks ago. I think it was week 9. In the challenge. It was to create a masterboard, and I've used a bit of it for my bird journal, but I had quite a lot left. So and I had already backed it with some neutral pages. I did add a few more bits and pieces because they were so neutral, they were almost invisible. So I just added a few doilies and bits and pieces. And it actually cut what I had left, cut into 2 quite nice sized pieces. So I scanned them and I've printed them, so I've got them to play with. So I've got, and because one of them was slightly too big for the scanning plate, I've actually scanned it and printed it slightly differently, so that it's slightly orientated slightly differently, so that I've got different bits to use. I've got various print-offs of that one, and then I have also got this one. So I've got, which I like. I love this one. This is my favourite. This one I had to play around with because it was coming out a bit too neutral, so I had to keep adding bits so that you had enough so that you could actually see what you were using. So I've got a few other bits here, some other really old masterboards that I'd forgotten about. I think that's one that I scanned, I don't know, a long time ago, and I thought, well, there might be some bits in there I can use. So let's crack on. And I think I'm just going to use this one because I like it. And do the middle. I think that's the way I want to start, and just go for it, cover it, and let's just make sure I've got my crease nice and sharp so I can see where I'm working. And tear it down about there, I think. Did it slip? It always slips. So I don't know if I've got a straight line or not. I've got that. So it's not quite filled the page, but I think it'll be fine. It doesn't matter if a little bit of, I might put a little something extra on the edge there, don't know. Okay, and let's fold it up to get the size I want. Okay, and tear that piece off. Okay, so that's one side, and then perhaps I'll do this side. Yeah, and then the bit at the top will look got a nice bit of lacy stuff at the top, because that's the bit that's going to show above the edge of the file folder. Right, so I think, although originally this was kind of quite creamy, it's come out really white, so I might have to, I don't know whether I need to put a little bit more something on there so it doesn't look so white. When you scan things, they don't always come out quite the colours that you started with. So I'm going to stick those on. I might put a little bit of something on top of here. Who knows? Anyway, maybe what I should do, put a little bit of this on the top. Perhaps I'll put that there. And that just breaks it up a little bit. Okay. Let's do that. Now I've just got to find my glue pages that I've been using. And the glue stick. Let's go for it. I do like these challenges because it's so fun to do something that you wouldn't normally make. I mean, I've never made these before, and I wouldn't know how to use them either. So one of the things Rachel does is she also talks about how you would use them in your journals, because I've seen her make them before, and I think, well, I don't know what you do with them. So that's quite nice. And then you've got this little supply of things that you might never have thought to make, which I'm quite liking that. And it's nice to do something. I mean, most of my videos, I'm either doing one journal or another, so I'm very much in a certain theme. And with these, you can just be a bit more free and just do, you know, use some of your other supplies that perhaps don't fit in with the journals you're working with at the moment, but you can just put them by for another time, and just have a bit of fun. So yeah, I'm really liking this these little challenges. I quite look forward to them, even though when I start working and doing the challenge on camera, I feel myself getting a bit nervous about how it's going to go. Whether I can actually get anything completed in the time, that's usually my main worry. I think I've got a little bit more relaxed about it over the time. I want it that way. I want it that way. I think I want it that way. So that nice little bit of lace can just show at the top there. Of course, I haven't put it on terribly straight, but as I put quite a lot of glue on, it's slid nicely into place. Quite handy. Right, that's that. And I will probably ink around it all off camera. Right, so that's that. So you've got your writing spot, and I might just put a little bit of something in there, just because I'm not keen with that big blank white space. Whoop. So I'm feeling a bit disappointed today because I had got myself all geared up to go and visit the antique centre that I visited probably September, October last year for the first time and bought some beautiful lace. I don't know if you saw the video, probably it was a while ago, so you probably didn't, where I'd gone to this antique centre. It's quite a big one of these ones with lots and lots of little tiny nooks and crannies. It's a wonderful place if you like old stuff, and I got some beautiful lace and a tablecloth and some embroidered bits and pieces, and I got my Edith Holden book. I don't know why I'm putting the lid on there really. Anyway, I thought, well, now the shops have just reopened. That was the one place I thought may not be too crowded for me, because I haven't been shopping for months and months. I haven't even been to the supermarket since November. And all the non-essential shops have been shut since Christmas, basically. Right, let me just, before I go any further, I just want to pick out some papers just to cover this with. I really like that. I think this is one of Rachel's, I think. I'm absolutely sure. I've mixed a whole load together now. So I'm going to, with me. Now, I must stop putting my ruler over there. I'm always losing it. Anyway, I thought I'd go and go there and just see if they got anything in, any nice lace or something like that. But my back went into spasm or something during the night, and I had quite a bad night with my back. I ended up sleeping on the sofa, and I managed to get to sleep. So I'm pretty sure it's something to do with our mattress. My husband has promised to turn the mattress, because it happens now and again. I've had this happen before. When the mattress sort of, I think it's where my back goes into, sort of settles into the dip, and it ends up going into some sort of spasm by the shape of the mattress. I don't know. Not quite sure what causes it, but do I want it that way or do I want it that way? I want it that way, I think. Yeah, so I've got, although it's feeling okay now, it doesn't really respond well to having to bend forwards, and you can't really go searching around the shelves in an antique shop if you can't bend. It's kind of part of the deal, isn't it? That you have to bend down and look under things and search through things. I'm not very good at that at the best of times, but with a dodgy back, it's just not a good idea. So I've had to postpone my little trip, which is rather a shame, because I was looking forward to it. This is a piece of TaylorMade Journals wallpaper, one of the wallpaper sets. So if I put that there, and I could put that there. Okay, looks pretty. And then I can put something on top, some sort of nice image. Okay. Yeah, so I thought, well, I will just come into the craft room instead and do my video. I wasn't sure if I was going to get it done today, so it's a bit of a bonus that I've been able to do that instead. Right, just push that up a fraction. Yeah. Hey, where's my card? Card, where are you? Oh, well. It's amazing how that thing disappears as soon as I start crafting. Have it all set up handy, and then as soon as I want it, it disappears. I'll probably just, oh, there we go. I keep putting things over here, I don't know why. Because I always like to have things on my left, because that's what I grab, being left-handed. But for some reason, when I put them down again, I put them over here, and I have no idea why. It's completely unconscious, because then I don't know what I've done with it. Right, so actually, I'm thinking I rather like this. It's got a little bit more going on. I might use this piece instead. I'll do it that way round. I think I might. Just because I'm indecisive. I'll tear this down a little bit now. I'm aware that I like this little bit of lace. It's really pretty. So I'm going to tear that down a little bit. No, this one. A little bit here. No, I'll have to go right to the edge because it's not quite, that little bit that's torn out isn't going to quite work. And then I've just got to take a little bit off here. Oh, maybe I'll cut it afterwards rather than trying to tear it, because I'll inevitably tear it too short. Get rid of some of these bits. Okay, let's put this piece on and then find a little something to go on top. There we are. Going that way, wasn't I? Yep. Let's grab my little card. There we are. It's not straight, but I don't think it matters. It's not going to show that it's not straight, I don't think. Because I'm going to put some sort of image on top. I've got quite a few, just, you know, little basket next to me, so I've got some to choose from. And I hope this isn't going to get my scissors too gluey. Come on, get off my finger. Get off, that's it. And this one here. I'm just going to quickly give my scissors a bit of a wipe. I don't want them to get all gummed up and then they make them too stiff to use like my other pair did. And I don't know if that was because of too much glue, I don't know. Give them a little dry. And it's stuck to my fingers. There. Right. Okay. So we have that, which I think is quite pretty. Now let's see. Got a few bits in a basket here. I need a fairly small image. Got a few here that I rather like. They're all from one of Rachel's kits, probably her pink and green kit, which is a really pretty kit. I really like it. I actually think that would be quite nice on there. Let's try it. Yep, I like that. Let's see what else we've got. I don't think the pink is quite what I want. What are the others? No. I thought there was another birdie one, but I think maybe it was too big. That's too big. I think these birds, I think if I do one the other way around, if I do a pocket one, so I might do one as a pocket like that. So I quite like that idea. And I might put the birds on that because they'll fit that way. So I'm going to stick with that. And use me glitter glue to stick this one down. I think I might just round those corners though. And I'm going to have to just ink around that, just that little image. Ooh. So I hadn't really planned to do any inking, but I forgot that I can't really ink the image afterwards. I can ink around the whole thing afterwards, but I do think that it makes the image stand out a little bit more from the page if it's just got that little bit of touch of ink around the edge. Right. Now I can stick it on. Okay, that's quite pretty. Right, just put those back for a minute. And let's have a look at the other side. I'm going to put my pin back in. Let's see what I'm going to do on this side. Maybe a piece of that. What I got? Maybe a bit of blue, I don't know. They don't really go together, but they do. Actually, this little piece of doily might just pop in there. And then maybe I could, maybe one of the pinky, one that might go. Or it might be too matchy-matchy. What about a piece of this? No. Okay, well I'm going to pop this on anyway. I'm going to have to get rid of that piece of white along the edge, so I'm just going to cut it. My tear ruler doesn't work terribly well on very narrow pieces. Piece, and then I just take off the white. Don't think I want that. Pop that there, and I think I will just make this, just tear this down a little bit. Whoop. torn it too much. Is it going to just, ooh, I'll just get away with it. I've just torn a bit too much off the bottom there. Okay, let's stick this on and then see what we can put on top of it. Okay. Thing is with these challenges, you have to try not to overthink each page. Try to plan it to the nth degree. I'm sure I will find something that will work to go on the top there as a focal point. Not sure what that's going to be yet. I quite like these papers together, so that's a good place to start. I think I've probably gone over the edge a little bit. Oh well, I'll just trim it. Laying papers on straight is not my strength. I'm not great at that, but never mind. You can always trim them off, and it doesn't really notice once you put your focal point on. It doesn't necessarily notice that your background papers are not particularly straight. And now that's lying flat. Is the other one going to fit? Not quite, but I might just put something across there. Got a bit of washi tape that might just go. Got some of the new I did a bit of a Tim Holtz order recently and got some of his new products, which was a bit fun. And one of them was some of his, I don't know, they call them linen tape. I think it's like a linen, I think they call it linen tape. And maybe that will just go across there. Cover that join. Let's have a look, see if it goes. So it comes in a pack of 2. So I've got that one, and I've got this one, and that one might go quite nicely there. So it's quite wide. I don't know if I need the whole thing. But it's quite nice because it's backed, so you can cut a piece off and then just cut it down and use the other piece another time, perhaps. I'm just going to cut it down the middle. I don't really need a really wide piece. Have a look. So I think that will go quite nicely there. I might just angle it a little. Put that there. It feels quite thick, but because it's got this backing, once you peel that off, it's not much thicker than it's a little bit thicker than a normal washi, but it's not quite as transparent, so it's rather nice to work with. I haven't done much with it yet, but I think I will. Okay, so that's that. Put that one there as well. Now everything starts falling over. That seems to always be happening. So I'm just going to cover that. Put the lid back on. Stand up my glue. Right. Let's see if we can find a nice little focal point for this back page. Do we think maybe I think maybe a flower or maybe a butterfly, maybe a big butterfly would go on there. Let's have a look, see what I've got in my book. I've got some more of these images here. I think these are all probably Rachel ones. Okay. Let's try out some of these images. I don't know if that's going to work. I might just cut it out and see. Oh, there's this bird. Quite like that. So let's try a couple of different things and see what we like best. That's possible. I quite like that. Or we have got a few big butterflies. But then you'd need something at the bottom there. I'd need to add something else. Put maybe a doily. Maybe that would work. Okay, that's definitely a possibility. I quite like that. I have to cut round it. Oh dear. Well, I think we may only get this one finished in the 45 minutes, which is a bit sad. But not entirely surprising. I mean, Rachel only did 3. So to get one finished for me is probably as much as I could expect. But I'm not going to worry about it. It does seem a lot of time to take to make one thing. Maybe I'll get 1.5 done. You never know. Okay, I'm going to just quickly, because I've decided I like that. This is I don't know, because I've got either doilies are from Boxy Creations or Ritual, and some of them are from Joanna Clough, and I don't know which ones these are. Some of them I wrote on the back, but not this one. Oh, I don't think that needs inking. Dark enough already. Right. Okay. Let's just do it. Let's get it on there. Oh, winding it the wrong way. That's not helpful. All right. Doily. And butterfly. So all I've got to do is put the little tab on, haven't I? And I might get a second one started at least, and try and finish that in the time. Well, not in the time, but in the video. It's just not in the time of the challenge. Okay, so that's all good. I like that. I don't know how she gets it done in so quickly. I don't feel I've been super slow, but you know, I've only got 10 minutes left. and I haven't even done the tab on it, so I don't know. I think my time seems to go much faster than anybody else's. Certainly faster than Rachel's, and probably certainly faster than Gail's as well. She seems to always get loads done. There we go. All right. I've got my little bag of ready-made whale tails. See if I can find one that goes. That one might go, actually. That might be the one. Let's see how it looks on the other side. Oop. Put it down here. Yep. I'm going to do that one. All right. I think it goes on the, put it on the back, but I feel like I want to put it on the front. I don't know why, I just do. So I'm probably doing it wrong. I just feel like that's where it needs to go. It flaps open. I don't know. Probably wrong, but okay, it's one done. Okay, let's get another piece of book page. Now, what did I do with that? Here they are. Let's just fold that up like so. And I think this one I might make into a pocket, so I don't need to do the inside. And I don't know if I make it a floating pocket though. I might make it. Could make it a flippy pocket or something like that. But if I can get away with not doing the inside except for the top bit, save me time, won't it? No, I don't want that again, do I? I'll probably spend half an hour deciding what I want at the top. I'm just going to put something pretty. Okay. Okay. Let's get some glue. Let's get a cracking on this. Oops. Not sure how this is going to work as a pocket. I know Rachel did one as a pocket, so I'm going to assume that will. But I still think she covered both sides, so I'm not quite sure how. I'll figure it out. Right, so that's that. I'm going to do it this way round and we'll see how it works. Right, put a bit of this on. And this has got some nice blue in it, I really like that. So I'm going to put it down there. Oop. Where's it gone? It stuck itself to something else. Okay, so if I was to put that there, is that too wide? Yes it is. So I really want the blue flower. There. there. Alright, bit of that, and a bit of that. Okay. Don't want it so straight. Just gonna tear it off a little bit, make it not quite as uniform. Right, let's get this piece on. Alright, it's not sticking down there. I think that's okay. I just need to trim that off at the side, that's all. But I like the colours. It's really pretty and a bit different. Not really worked with these colours very much. Now, let's see if I can find something to go on as a focal point. Right. Okay, I was thinking about those birds, wasn't I? They go on. I don't know how these legs are going to fare when I put glue on them, because this is only on copy paper. I'll have to be a bit careful. Let's see if I like them once I've cut them out, of course. But I think they'll work quite well here. Oh yeah, there we go. That's the timer. So only got 1.5 done, which is a shame, but not surprising really. Okay, I think I might like that. There we go. That's it. Done. So, what did I do with the one I made? Here it is. So that was the one. Just made that one. But I do like it. I like it very much. And I'm just going to keep going. At least get this one finished. I always say to myself, oh, I'm going to do some more of those after, off camera. And of course I never do. But I do quite like these. And I keep them all together so that if I, just to remind myself what we did, and if I get the urge to make anything else, make them again, I have some prototypes ready to remind me of what we did. Ooh. Look, those little legs are looking a little bit floppy, let me say. This one in particular doesn't look like it'll take much to tear it off. I'm going to have to be super careful when I do the gluing. I won't use the glue stick, I'll have to use the glitter glue, which is better for finer work. But just cutting it is the first challenge. Ooh, these are fiddly. Right, just got to do a little bit. Ooh, get my little scissors, just do that little bit in this inside. Last little bit. It's not perfect cutting by any means, but I'm hoping that once it's on the background it won't show too much that there's white bits. Just get that little piece there. Whoop. Okay, let's have a look. So I think the birds look quite nice with that background. Yep, I think they might go on there. Right, whoops, glue, and I didn't put the pin in. Oh no! Give it a quick stab. Yeah, there was a bit of resistance, so it probably wouldn't have come out. Let's just try. If we can get this glue. There we go. As you can probably tell, I'm a big fan of Rachel's digital kits because I'm using a lot of her stuff today. She provides you with so many beautiful backing papers, but also some lovely images to use to cut out, which are really good. Okay. There we are. A couple of little birds. And you can hardly see the rather dodgy cutting. Okay, so I think, just wondering whether to do it as a, she called it a pocket and journal card. So maybe I'll do some journaling, bit of journaling space on the back. That'd be a nice quick finish. Okay. That there. All right. And I'll turn that over. I'm surrounded by little tiny pieces of paper. Got to clear my space a little bit, otherwise it just looks a total mess. Right, let's make a bit of space to work in here. All right. Right. Okay. Speeds things up no end when you've got the journaling spots already cut, already ready to go as a single piece. Well, I am going to have to trim off this raggedy edge. Right, so that's the file folder pocket, journal pocket. So I'm going to stick the pocket down. Now I can't remember if she did this one in her actual challenge or whether she did it in the follow-up one where she did some other alternatives. So I've watched both and I probably got the two merged in my head. I saw her do the pocket and I thought, well, that's actually possibly going to be something I'm more likely to use. Right. Hang on, let's get that stuck down. I just need to do a little tab on the top here and then I'm done. Where to do my tabs? There they are. No. No. We're going to have trouble finding one now. That one might work. No. Yeah, I've done. I need to have two of everything. Nope. No. Oh, maybe that one. It's possible. And this is another possible. Oops. That one. I think that one might be the one. Yep. I think so. And this time I am going to put it on the back, as it's not an opening one. I know it's not the standard file folder tab shape, but I don't have that punch. So I have to use what I've got. Well, I don't have the punch, but I have the... I know how to make this one using a circle punch. So there we are. It's not entirely straight. And that's a bit too late now. Anyway, here we are. Got these all over the place now. So that's the other one. It's a little more of a pocket. It looks like that needs a bit more gluing down actually. Oh dear, I do get myself in a mess, don't I? Oh, ridiculous. Ridiculous. But there we are. That's the file folder pocket. And she says, there we go. And the other one, which is the actual journaling spot. I like this one best, I have to say. Because I didn't rush this one quite the same way. Okay, there we are. That's my challenge for this week. That's the best I could do in the time. So thank you very much for joining me, and please do join me again soon.